What is going on, YouTube? Just out going for a ride this wonderful evening. I think it's in low to mid 70s. Beautiful sunshiny day. Wanted to talk a little bit today about why a Harley. Why did I buy a Harley Davidson? Why do a lot of people buy Harley Davidsons? And I can't speak for everyone. I can speak for myself. I had a few reasons, and we'll get into them right after this. Why did I choose the Harley? And also, I guess I can get into why did I choose this style bike altogether. Well, let's cover that one first. Why did I choose this style bike? Why did I choose a big touring bike? And it's actually pretty simple for me. I needed something to help carry gear. That's the main reason. And I love the way they look. I guess that would be a big part of it. For me, I love the way these bikes look. And don't get me wrong, I love the other styles of cruisers. I'm not big into sport bikes, and I do like the off-road bikes, adventure bikes and things, but had never had one. Don't really have that many places I can ride one, so that's the reason I didn't go that route. But I've kind of gotten into moto camping and enjoy that, and wanting to do some longer distance rides. And the bikes I've had that weren't touring bikes, just I could do it on it, and I did do it on it for a while, but just having to figure out ways to mount my gear, and it just was so overloaded with the bike. So when I started looking for another one, I had already decided on a bagger, or at least one that was a heavier style bike, more of a touring style, not necessarily one that had the tour pack on it. I just kind of fell in love with this one when I saw it, but I'm getting ahead of myself. So that's the reason I went with this style, why I went with a bagger. Just basically the room. Another reason why I went with this style is the creature comforts, the the cruise control, the radio, the speakers, I mean, 6-speed transmission, a larger engine, and granted this is small compared to a lot of them now. It's a 103. You know, they got 114s, 117s, so you know this is fairly small, but still got plenty of horsepower, still got plenty of torque for me, even with my gear on here. So the creature comforts was another big draw for this style bike. So, alright, question, why Harley? Why not a Gold Wing? Why not, my mind's blanking, some of the BMWs, you know, a lot, you know, there's a lot more touring bikes out here than just Hondas and Harleys. Well, I guess a lot of it goes back to the image of Harley Davidson. That was a big draw for me. You know, growing up, whenever I thought motorcycles, I instantly thought Harley Davidson. That was kind of a given for me. Now granted, like I said before, this was my first Harley. I've had gold wings in the past, so that's how I kind of fell in love with touring bikes. And everything else I've had has been just regular cruisers, and they've always been Hondas. So when I got ready to get rid of my last bike, ready to move up to another touring style, there wasn't no doubt in my mind that I wanted a Harley, because to me that is to me the ultimate motorcycle. I know a lot of people aren't like that, but to me that symbolized motorcycles. So that's one big reason. And I guess the biggest reason that I really wanted a Harley is the camaraderie. And I know you have camaraderie among all bikers. Well, most bikers anyway. But if you see big, for the most part, at least around here, you see big rides and big groups of motorcycles, they are usually going to be Harleys. They are usually one of the MCs or just a bunch of friends getting out riding together. I did do the governor's ride. For those of you that's not around this area, our governor, well, it's former governor now, but he was big into motorcycles, and he would lead a group for the Mississippi Wounded Warriors once a year. It usually was in September or October, up in that area, that time of year. And I went on one a few years ago, not on my Harley. It was on a Honda BTX 1300, and I had a blast. I'll be, you know, the number of Harleys was just unreal in that group. Now you had other kind of bikes too. It wasn't exclusive, and I wasn't singled out for not being on a Harley, but you just watch those guys and girls, you know, around each other. It was like one big family, and I wanted that. I wanted to be part of that. Now, like I said, I haven't done many group rides. I haven't done, just with my work, my family, and just other commitments, I don't get to get into rides and stuff like that very often. We actually have another ride coming up, still led by our former governor, Phil Bryant, and it's going to be the Patriots ride. It's the same thing for Mississippi Wounded Warriors, and I think it's coming up in April at some point. Well, this is April. It's coming up sometime April, May, I can't remember the exact date. I may try to ride in it. I don't know. It's really going to depend on work. But you are always seeing stuff like that, you know, for charity rides, Toys for Tots at Christmas. I mean, there's always rides and rallies and stuff going on. And it's a lot of times it's just like one family. Even if you not normally go to stuff like that, when you're there, you're family. That's just the way it is. And that was one of the big parts of it. And I guess the final reason, the sound. I know I'm juvenile, but I love the sound of the pipes. I love the sound of the motor that these bikes make. And mine's stock, and I love the sound of it, and it ain't quiet. It don't sound like a sewing machine, I guarantee that. And it ain't near as loud as some of them. So just wanted to do a little quick video and give my reasons for what I ride and why I ride a Harley and why I ride the style bike I do. I mean, whatever bike you got, you know, whether, like I said, whether it's a Harley, a Honda, a Suzuki, Yamaha, KTM, it don't matter. You know, we're all bikers, and that's the way I look at it. If I got any Harley, or let me back up. If there's any motorcycle riders out there, tell me why you ride what you ride. Why, you know, why do you ride your Honda? Why do you ride your Harley? Why do you ride your Suzuki? And also, what kind do you have, and why did you pick that style bike? I'm just curious. Want to drop a comment, let me know, and hit that like button if you like this video, and hit that subscribe, and I'll keep bringing more videos to you. Until next time, as always, be safe.